been a hot minute since I did any recording or anything like that. Really any in-game laddering, I suppose. But today is Monday the 13th of May, and it's the day after the Stockholm regionals. I just got back yesterday from Stockholm, and didn't do too hot in the tournament, unfortunately. Went about as well as I did in Malmö last year. But I had a great time, and I was playing Zamazenta in the tournament, and as we all know, Zamazenta was the one who won the tournament, though piloted by a much better player, of course, in Michael Kelch. But I want to do some in-game laddering with the team, because I want to practice some more for some future tournaments, check out what the cart ladder has in store for us. I've been playing this on Showdown. I've been doing better than I usually on Showdown. I'm right at the precipice of like 1500, so not very high on the ladder, but it's high for being me. So it's all fine and well. And this is sort of the team I played in Stockholm, but with some few changes to it. Actually, I'm gonna make one more change as we go along here, but I'm gonna fix that as I talk about the experience. It's a Zamazenta team. Zamazenta, this is a Iron Defense Body Press version with Protect and Terra Grass. It was actually my friend Christian who advised me to do Terra Grass eventually. So I'm thankful for that. It's very nice for ignoring the Rage Powders and the Spores from the Among Us. Among Us is a very annoying Pokemon otherwise to face with this team, but Zamazenta has been really good all season. I did play some Miraidon, like right when the format was dropped and when we knew what it was, and when it was released on Showdown. I played Miraidon for a bit, but of course not the Miraidon team that won Indianapolis, but something like Miraidon and then a bunch of Quark Drag Pokemon, and that worked fine, but I wasn't really doing as well as I wanted to. So I moved over to Zamazenta quite quickly actually, and I've been playing it for the last few weeks, and it's been good for me. It's having lots of fun with the team. The core of the team is of course Incineroar and Rillaboom, supporting the Zamazenta with fake amps and cycling and so on. We all know the deal. Incineroar, here I also added Will-O-Wisp as a last minute change before Stockholm, again at the advice of Christian. Also thankful for that. It was a nice, very nice move to have. It's a very scary move to have. It's scary when you miss, of course. But it's a very, very nice into Calyrex teams, Calyrex Ice teams, that is, of course, and into any really physical attacker. Also nice when you have the slower, grindy, balanced mirrors to burn their Rillaboos and so on to make them not do as much damage. So it's a very nice move. Also went for the safety goggles, of course, to have the second Spore ability. Then I also have Pelipper. Pelipper is a very fun Pokemon. Looks very funny to me, I think. It's the Protect White Bar version, so no Tailwind here. I never felt that I really needed it, but it's been doing well. I'm just rocking max special attack, max speed, Terra Stellar to do some damage with Hurricane and Weather Ball, and honestly it does more damage than you think. You can like one-shot Koraidons, for example, with Hurricane, which I think is really cool for being Route 14, a bad water-type Pokemon from Gen 3. Then I added Tinglu, also very late in the process, because the Calyrex Shadow matchup was always the hardest for the team. And then, of course, Indianapolis happened, and Miraidon sort of popped off, and we were faced with a new reality of a very strong electric type dominating the first tournament of the format. So I was expecting to see a lot from Miraidon in Stockholm, and I did face it twice. I did see it a lot on the ladder too. So I added Tinglu quite late in the process. I have made another small change to the Tinglu after the tournament actually, but it's a very nice Pokemon to have. It supports Zamazenta very well, as in Zamazenta is naturally very physically bulky. Having something like Tinglu to sort of augment its special defense is really nice. So yeah, I was glad I had it, especially with Rillaboom to ruin the terrain for the Miraidon teams. And then, lastly, I did have Water Ogre in Stockholm for some extra redirection, some more stuff into Kyogre, because Kyogre, when I swapped out Raging Bolt, which was on the team before, then Kyogre turned into quite the nightmare matchup, so I added Ogerpon also as a sort of a last minute thing. Didn't bring much, wasn't doing too great. Redirection is always good, of course. Follow Me is a broken move, But I wanted something like Flutter Main to both get some speed control with Ice and Wind, and also to nail all the Terra Ghost stuff that we run into. But I'm just going to make some quick changes to the team, and then I'm going to start laddering. I don't think I have enough money just to do items. So we played 9 rounds of Swiss, of course. In day 1 I went 4 and 5, which isn't obviously not great. I did have a couple of tough losses. I played Aurelian Sunine in round 3, for example. We were both 2-0, and he was playing Terrapagos, which was cool. Terrapagos is a good matchup for me, obviously, with Zamazenta, but he also had Cerulege on the team, which I was not prepared to face. I haven't seen at all the last few months on the ladder or anything, so that was a real pain in the butt. He was rocking like a what's it called, a bulk upset with Clear Amulet, and it sort of just ruined everything that I was trying to do with my team. So we did not go to 3 games, unfortunately. I tried my best to not lose 2-0, but did not manage to get there, unfortunately. But we had a nice game. He was down to his last Pokémon in both of the games, I believe, was the thing. So I think I played pretty well, considering. My friend was sitting next to me, and he was like, "If you win this one, I'm gonna buy you every beer there ever is for the rest of the day." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get free beer out of this," but obviously didn't win, unfortunately. And it was sort of downhill from there. I started off, I won another game to 3-1, and then the rest of the day was sort of painful. Had some very close calls. Played the mirror twice, actually, and one of them even had Terra Ghost Zamazenta. Managed to win that one though. So it was rough, I'll tell you that. But it was a very, very fun day. I'm looking forward to go to more in-person tournaments. It's just the capture card was freezing up. It's good. Okay, but let's jump on the ladder to see if we can find any good games here. Haven't played much in-game ladder as usual. It's not that fun. Yeah, 18 games. That's all I've played this season so far. 2 weeks in. Yeah. I even have my official play Pokemon coffee mug with me today. Yeah, we got a game here. Let's see what we have. Number 752. Alright, so pretty high ranked player. And it's Cali Ice. This is Trick Room, and we even have Tinkerton. That's interesting. Usually this is a pretty good matchup for Zamazenta. He has some stuff that worries me though. Blood Nurse Luna is pretty scary. Ideally I want to try and stop him from getting Trick Room up, but it's going to be quite hard considering he has the Tinkerton to fake out stuff. I'm thinking here that I want to lead Zamazenta, and I want to lead one of my fake out users, probably Incineroar. And if it's Pelipper, he can either Hurricane or Weather Ball my 2 fake outers, which is quite bad. But also wonder if that's Water Urshifu maybe. I want to leave Readable here. I do think I want to bring Pelipper too, because there's a fun endgame that you can do with Terra Grass, Zamazenta plus Wildcard to sort of shut down anything from the Calyrex. And I mean, I guess Incineroar is almost never bad. It doesn't really do anything but intimidate into this, but I can fake out some stuff. I can burn the Calyrex. I can pivot and do a bunch of fun stuff. So we'll see how this goes. As usually this is a good matchup for Zamazenta. Like, if you just look at the restricteds, obviously Zamazenta has the edge, but his team was quite special with a lot of special attackers, so it looks quite scary. That's the bad thing about Kelch winning in with Zamazenta. People will be more aware of it, people will adapt more, and will bring even more Terra Ghosts, I suppose. Again, another reason why I want to bring Flutter Main into more matchups. So, let's see, we have Urshifu and this isn't that bad. I mean, he could close combat. My Zamazenta turn 1. If he's Scarf, then he's faster than me. Otherwise, I'm faster than him. It's the peril of those two sheets. I do think I just want to do that, and I want to go for fake out on two pieces. Maybe it just switches out. Is this a cross combat then? Just new turns. That's fine. So we get, he doesn't get a trick him up, we get an iron defense up, and the Zamazenta is a lot safer against the Calyrex, which is always nice. Let's see what we got there. That's Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt is actually, that's another reason why I want to change, because I used to play Terra on Zamazenta. Overall, I think the better defensive type, but against stuff like Raging Bolt, which is a more difficult part in a bunch of matchups, then having the Terra Glass is very essential. I want to try and body press there, and I want to try going for a U-turn into the Calyrex, because I want to set trick this turn. I'll do something else. Body press comes out. It's very close to the one pot. It's frustrating. I don't want to parallel this. We U-turn into Single, which will of course never intimidate the Calyrex Ice because they're always secure amulet. It's usually fine in a way. And I'm guessing you're going to send it to me. Yeah, secure amulet. Of course. Chicken goes up. Someone death said this for the team, mostly. Is he going to protect the Raging Bolt? Is the question. Because the fake out is very easy into that slot. Can you stop lagging? It'll take time to lag. It's not the switch, it's the capture card. I do think he's going to protect the Raging Bolt. He's going to play. I also think he wants to high horsepower my senior. Let's try this. Let's see what happens. I think that's a bad use of the term, honestly. Should have thought it would be arrow problem size. Doesn't kill me, which is nice. Misses. Obviously, yeah, Thunderbolt doesn't protect. It's good. Now, the question is though, will he Glacial Lance? Because I don't think he will. Maybe if he reads into it, like the swap here into a really good Glacial Lance, but then again next turn we'll say with Pelipper plus take it. It's my Paralyze mode. Thank you. One press here. It's nice. If he goes Urshifu, I'm definitely going to body press it. I don't think he will. I think he's going to go for the bear. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's Urshifu, of course. We have 2 turns of Trick Room left. I do think I'm going to double protect here. Get some more recovery onto the Zamazenta. See what he wants to astalize into. It's either normal in the bear or it's some imagine if you looked at that with those, yeah, the turret slices now. I'm guessing this is turret normal. We have the blood means here, because that means that next turn the wind guard plus turret max is a very safe play for me. Please blood. Comes out, don't protect. Yes. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Grass disappears. I do think I want to take out the bear, the radiant flare. Looks pretty cool with that. I really like some of this society. That's also makes me just genuinely using it. And also the fact that I played shield, so it's like, it's a mob. Yeah, here's your lance into the protect the wine burn. No worries at all. And of course he does not play the body press. And now Trick Room is over. He has to go to Urshifu, and the Urshifu will need to click like close combat into my Zamazenta, but that's not the guaranteed crit stuff, and it's not super effective, so just I think I want to take you out and so this is one thing that's sort of not banned with the team, but one thing is that the games can go quite long, and it had to be quite deliberate with your play, which can be annoying. So oh, we don't take that. It's unfortunate. 44 to 25. Yeah, 4. I think we just lose that. The trick room stays. Lances. Yeah, it's all good. So we of course go Rillaboom. Locked into Surgery Strikes. I think I'm going to do that. Finish off the Urshifu. This might be a bit for the addition lances in this turn. I think it's gonna again, this is a good matchup, so it was rather close. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we do fates, unfortunately. But it's all good, and his team was very especially offensive too. It's very scary. But the plan worked out. The wild guard plus the Terragrass at least got us a couple turns and allowed us to pick up the bear, the Ursulina, right in the electric room, so it was nice. It was a fancy thing to do. Yeah, let's play another one and see what we get. 14-5, still not bad. I'm fine with that, honestly. Tilsey, another pretty high-ranking player. Terrapagos, but we have some worrying stuff here. Goldengo can be quite a handful. He also has a Moonless, which is always annoying, and he has Tailwind as well, which can be annoying. Also another unspecified Urshifu type. At a glance, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if that's the dark type, honestly. But let's do Zamazenta in Sin lead, and I want to bring Fatima here in the back. And the question is, or do I want to bring Ting Lu instead, and Rillaboom for the recovery? Wild Guard is also nice if it terrestrializes the turtle. No, I do think I want to bring Ting Lu instead. We'll see what we can do to stop his Terrapagos and his Raging Bolt. We also have Taunt to shut down the Amogus, which is nice. So we like that. Maybe we should be even led with Ting Lu and Incineroar, come to think of it. But yeah. So Goldengo is another Pokemon that I think we'll pick up if people keep. Well, it's the water. The question is it Terra Ghost? Because I've seen that. That's quite scary if that's the case. But I do think I want to try and go for the Iron Defense and fake out. If he has Taunt, he has Taunt. That's on him. I should be about it. But if this goes through, then I honestly wouldn't mind sacrificing Incineroar here either, honestly, because that gives me a free switching to Ting Lu. Yeah, no terrestrialization at least, it's nice. It's a Scarf, Urshifu, just Beacon Storms, roll. Dodge, Incineroar, it's nice. So maybe let's take on some damage. Yeah, here we go. I want to bottom press you. I think I'm going to just try and get a target shot. Super strikes the Zamazenta. This will hurt, but that's unfortunate. Ouch. Please miss the beacons. We do take out the Urshifu here though, which is nice. Fascinating. This is one of the downsides with Terragrass there, because I can't really terrestrialize there in a meaningful way in order to cover for both of the moves. Terra Water will be nice there. Quite nice there. I mean, you can't have everything, of course. So it's the choice. I think overall I like grass better. It's very nice to the rage powers. question is, because he might be coal mining, which would be unfortunate. I do think I want to protect here, and just send out the Snarl, see what the items are on both of them. Some of the turtles run cover cloak, which would be a bit annoying. Some of them run leftovers, some run specs. So the Snarl will be taking them. So finally well. So our stars going into my Zamazenta. So we get our Snarl off here. Which is nice. We missed. No, it's good. So no. Yeah, it's the Cobra Cloak on the turtle. That's annoying. I think I want to sack the Zamazenta here, honestly. He has to double into it to be sure that he gets down. Yeah. Dodge hit, so this will take an additional damage with we call mines up. So we just get rid of it. That's great for us. Yeah. A bad part is we don't get anything from the team because we keep sanity. But hey, I'm fine with this. Yeah, so this is looking really good for us. This is raging good. Yeah, we're all good. I do think I don't want to sacrifice anything now. I want to get a sand tool back on this thing and get some snarls going. But it's looking really rough. Like, the ideal here would be that I manage to get him down to just the and he misses the dragon pulse. Sand tool hits as well. And now I think we can, in good conscience, sacrifice Zamazenta. Having served faithfully in this game, even though he got pretty beat up in the start here. We can go to Incineroar and just double hit, dying from that. So he really get them. Hello. Goodbye. He must be very frustrated by now, I'm sure. Good work. Oh, we missed a song, that's unfortunate. Right. Tailwind Peters out. I want to try the head slam. I want to try and throat chop him for some more damage. I did run Ruination actually. Yeah. Yeah, GG's. Nicely done. Tiltsy. Nicely done, the team. I think I'm gonna call it there. It's been half an hour, which is I think is a good length. But I did run Ruination over Throat Chop on the Tinglu in Stockholm, which was nice for chunking things, but I did end up in situations like these where there's a tornado sort of threatening other pieces of my team, and I don't have any way with the Tinglu to actually chunk it hard. I mean, if it's like 30, 40%, 50% of hit points, then Ruination won't do that much to it. It will never get the KO, obviously, unless it's on 1 HP. So I swapped it out, and I put Throat Chop instead, and I'm liking it so far. Not sure if I'm going to keep it, but so far it seems to be doing rather well. And the team is very fun to use. I'm really liking Zamazenta, especially since it's... By the way, before we leave, I'm going to check the ranking. Yeah, 1860, it's fine. We're moving up. Zamazenta is nice because we're in an economy where Zacian is actually quite bad. It's very mid currently. Maybe somebody will find some way to use it that's very effective. I'm sure that it still has some potential. What I really like about Zacian when I played it, a bit on the ladder, is the fact that it's naturally faster than Miraidon and Cridon and Fluttermane and Chimpan, for example, which Zamazenta is not. So that's something of a problem for it. But I do think that it's quite clear that the Zamazenta is way better than Station right now, and I'm all here for it because I played Shield. I was having a rough time getting my hands on Zation back in Sword and Shield, and I'm loving the fact that I can use my box legendary now with this generation. But yeah, that's it for now. Bye for now, and yeah, take care of each other. Have a nice day.